little late tonight. It's 9:45, a little bit late tonight. I had a pretty busy day today. You know how I got that new job? Well, today I was not supposed to go in. But then halfway into the day, I suddenly got a text asking, can I come in today? And well, something I said during the job interview to get the job is that my schedule is quite flexible. So, as much as I wanted to say no, yeah, I still went. I mean, hey, money is money, right? You gotta respect the grind. But, you know, wouldn't want to say no, only for him to follow up like, I thought you said during the interview your schedule was quite flexible. You were available. One, that doesn't mean I would always be available, and two, yeah, I did say that. And technically it is true. After work, I had to pick up my uncle and cousin because they came back. They were on a sub trip, and they're back. Now they're back here to annoy the rest of us again. Which means once again, I lost access to my room and bathroom. Oh, great. If you heard that, well, my dog just got woken up by them. Despite my dog being in here and the door is closed. So today, I actually have no shows to talk about. I don't have a lot of time these days. I was going to watch them today to discuss for you guys, but like I said, I abruptly had to go into work, and then I had to pick up my uncle and cousin. So I didn't have any time to talk about to watch those to talk about. However, that doesn't mean I don't have anything to watch. Because today, I watched a certain Marvel movie with an asterisk in the title. Today, I have Thunderbolts to talk about. I refuse to call this movie the New Avengers. It was marketed as Thunderbolts, and that's what I will call it. The only exception, I don't really see Hollywood change the name of a film very often. The only other case I can remember it happening recently was Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. Because the original title for that film sucked. It was way too long. Wasn't it something like Birds of Prey and the Great Emancipation of One Harley Quinn? Something along the lines of that. Yeah, that was the title. That was the title of the film. And then they changed it to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. But yeah, I refuse to call this movie The New Avengers. I will stick with calling it Thunderbolts. I actually wanted to watch this movie in theaters, but my friends and we ended up watching Sinners instead. And by that point, I already got spoiled that the asterisk in the title means New Avengers. It's not a big deal, honestly. I do want to I do want to share with you guys the fact that earlier tonight, about half an hour ago, in TCG Pocket, today, I pulled my very first ever rainbow card on my game. I finally pulled a rainbow card. At long last. I did pull one rainbow card previously, but I pulled it on my sister's phone, on her game. So it doesn't entirely count. I'm talking about pulling a rainbow card on my game, my phone. And tonight, It finally happened. In fact, I actually got 2 good cards in the pack. I think it was the brand new, as of this moment, brand new Sea and Skies Lugia pack. I got the full art Quillfish, and then at the very back, the first card was the Quillfish, the full art Quillfish. And then the very back was the Rainbow EX Shuckle card. So I finally pulled a rainbow card on my game. Finally! I wonder if my uncle and cousin heard that. Now, I do want to point out that I do have rainbow cards in my game already, because I got a few from Wonder Pick. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the first one I pulled. This is the first one I pulled myself. Pause on that. The very first gay card I pulled, super pause. The very first rainbow card I pulled myself on my game from a pack. Not one I got from Wonder Pick. So today I finally got the Rainbow EX Shuckle card. My very first rainbow card I pulled myself. I think my dog wants to go out, so I gotta open the door for him. Hold on. I gotta wake up early to go to work tomorrow, too. Ugh. So I think yesterday, I forget if it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? I forget. It was either yesterday or the day before. I got 2 shinies in my Scarlet and Violet. So what I've been doing lately is I've been going into both games and grinding for Terra Shards. So I'm now grinding for Bug Terra Shards. So that's what I've been doing. Every day I open the game, look around to every Terra Raid den that has a type that I'm grinding for, and I do those for the day. So I've been going all throughout Paldea in both games to every single Bug Terra Raid to grind for them. In my Scarlet, I got a shiny Noibat. And then, immediately swapping games, in my Violet, I got a shiny Shinx. Exact same day. No sandwich boost, no anything. Just random, lucky, shiny charm, full odds. What am I saying anymore? Just a random shiny. Both games, back to back, on the same day. How crazy is that? Is there anything for me to talk about? We did get a small little Spider-Man brand new day teaser, teasing the suit. It has raised webbing. I like that. Yes, I like it. Yes, I like that. Was there anything else that happened? by the way, I am still here shiny hunting for Graveler. I haven't really had a lot of time to do this lately, which sucks. I actually did consider... Well, I actually don't know if there is a spot in the game to do this. I didn't look into it, it was just an idea. What if instead of going full odds for Graveler here, I try to, Poke-Radar it? I don't even know if you can Poke-Radar Graveler. But then I thought, nah, that's a cop-out. I don't want to do that. I want to get it here. Oops. Not like once it's transferred to modern games, to future games, it'll say the location it came from. It'll just say, met in the Sinnoh region of old or whatever. Traveled space and time to arrive here, whatever it'll say. It's not like it'll say specifically what area it came from. But nah. I want to get Shiny Graveler here. Now, had I not done the Riley quest thing, you know, the part where Sir Aaron gives you a Riolu egg, had I not done that, I could have hunted there. 2 times the 1 in 8,000 odds. What? You know what I'm trying to say. But that alone has a bunch of risks. Lucario, I would need to knock out Lucario first. I would need to knock out the second Pokemon first, and if it is a Shiny Graveler, it could use Explosion, and I fail it. So that's a bad idea. Unless I bring a Pokemon with, like, the Damp ability, train it up to level 100 so that it can one-shot Lucario, but I ain't doing that. And besides, I already did the whole Sir Aaron Riley thing. I already did that. I did that to get the Shiny Stone to evolve my Roselia into Roserade. Just a reminder, if you're questioning why I'm here going for a Shiny Graveler, because I want to use my Master Ball. Well, at least I got a full night's sleep today, you know. My family knows that I was tired last night, so they let me sleep in today. And I was abruptly called into work in the afternoon. So at least I got a full night's sleep today. Can't say the same for tomorrow. Tomorrow I gotta wake up at 8 in the morning. I don't like buying coffee in the morning because I just don't like drinking coffee, but I'm definitely going to need to tomorrow. Waking up early, going to work, and then once I'm done my shift at 2:30, I gotta make it back to the family store so I don't get to rest. And then who knows, maybe we'll take my uncle and cousin out for dinner tomorrow night. So, yeah, I'm not getting any rest tomorrow. So I really shouldn't even be doing this right now. I should be going to wash the dishes, and then when I'm done that, just take it easy until I go to bed at a timely manner. Yeah, but the grind for shinies must continue. I want a blue Regigigas, and I want a brown Graveler. You know, oh yeah, also today. Earlier today, I pulled the shiny Magneton card on my sister's phone. There's that. What was I about to say? Crap, I lost my train of thought. I interrupted myself. I forgot what I was about to say. Did I get any shinies in Pokemon Go recently? I feel like I did, but I can't remember. My friend just texted, he's at the... Oop. No, I accidentally clicked on a video. My friend just texted he's at the Ginza Uniqlo. It's 4 floors. My friends are currently in Japan right now. Alright, let us talk about Thunderbolt. First, let's put on some music. The screen's not tilted, is it? No, it is. It very much is. Alright, let's talk about Thunderbolts. This movie actually opens up with... what? What did I just say? This movie opens up with, wow, a very on-the-nose nod to mental health. Yelena going like, there's an emptiness inside me. And then, you know, it just shows her jumping off a building. Turns out she's actually on a mission. She's breaking into a lab, stealing documents or whatever. That's where she saves the hamster, because the lab was about to be blown up. And she saves the hamster. So Yelena is working for Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Where she is, you know, in some legal trouble with the government because they're about to impeach her. You You know, during the Senate hearing or whatever, where Bucky was a part of, I guess. When they said impeach, I kind of thought they were talking about impeaching Thunderbolt Ross as president, but no, they were impeaching Valentina as whatever position she is. I didn't know you can do that. Okay. I guess why not? Yelena goes up and meets up with Alexei, where Alexei tells her that you need to ask Allegra, what? You need to ask Valentina for a different job, a different position. So she does just that. One more mission of Valentina's, and then she gets assigned to a new position, one that's more public. Kind of like Natasha's position was, more public. So, Yelena gets sent to this, this vault, underground vault in the middle of the desert, where her job is to monitor and take down Ghost. However, John Walker's there. He is meant to take down Yelena. Ghost is there because she's meant to take down Taskmaster. They're all sent after each other because Allegra, I keep calling her Allegra, because Valentina wants to get rid of all of them. Well, Ghost kills Taskmaster right away. That explains why she's in so little of the marketing. Why she is only in that one scene for the trailers, but not anywhere else in the trailers, because she was killed off immediately. That makes me kind of question, why did they even market her at all? Why did they even put her in the trailers at all? If it were up to me, I would keep Ghost, not Ghost, I would keep Taskmaster a secret. And just market the other characters who are actually main characters in the movie. Because I'll be honest, what was even the point of having Taskmaster in the movie? Besides just killing her off? Because, one, that version of Taskmaster was horrible. And two, she was barely in the movie, so what was even the point of having her? I suppose the point actually would be the fact that even Marvel knows they completely butchered the character, completely destroyed the character. And they just killed her off real quick. The next appearance she had, kill her off real quick, just get rid of her. You know what? I can respect it, but I still question why you even marketed her. You know? I question why you even put her in the trailers. If it were up to me, I would leave Taskmaster a secret. Not put her in any trailers. Let it be a surprise. Oh look, it's Taskmaster. Oh, they killed her right away. During the fight, they knock over a little, like, casket thing where Bob was inside. Dormant. Robert Reynolds. They don't know that he's the Sentry. Even he doesn't know he's the Sentry. Well, yeah, it was a trap. All doors close and they're about to be incinerated, so they need a plan to get out. They work together, they get out. But they are deep underground, so they need to figure out how to get out. Meanwhile, Bucky, you know, he calls Valentina's secretary, because there was this, like, dinner meeting where we see Loki's scepter that finally get answered what happened to that. And Bucky talks to Mel, Valentina's secretary, and it's like, you know things about her. You have dirt on her that can actually get her locked up or whatever. So Bucky convinces her, somewhat, to betray Valentina. So that's why Mel actually calls Bucky. Well, as they're leaving, and as Valentina really scurries and cleans up all her stuff away from the government, she actually gets in a limo ride from Alexei, because he's doing limo lifts now, limo rides. And Alexei overhears the fact that Valentina plans to pretty much kill the rest of the Thunderbolts, including Yelena. So now Alexei needs to head off and try to save his daughter. I gotta tell you, I absolutely love the father-daughter dynamic between Alexei and Yelena. I love it. I know that they completely changed the character of Red Guardian. He's meant to be this more serious character in the movie. In the comics? But in the movies, he is a really silly character. But you know what? I like the character that he is right now. I like him being silly and stupid. I like that. I like that about him. So, they got out. And by now it's night. The way they did it was they were back-to-back, shimmying up a giant silo tube to get out. I also don't know what was going on with the writing with U.S. Agent. Because to me it kind of felt like John Walker's character was an even bigger dick than he was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know we all hated him during the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. He was a bit of an ass in that series too, but in this movie, he's a huge douchebag. I don't know why he's acting so differently now. Oh, you are not about to play that ad? So our characters bond, they connect with all of their struggles and regrets from the past. We also learn briefly of Yelena's past. Back in the Red Room, her first mission or whatever was to kill a child, kill a little girl. The Red Room is awful. Let's just be honest. Not only is the Red Room pretty bad in universe, story-wise, it was pretty bad as well. We cannot forget that the main villain, the main boss of the Red Room, Dreykov, his superpower was that he was stinky. We cannot forget that. So as they leave, the military's actually out there waiting for them, ready to kill all of them. As they leave, Bob sacrifices himself and he gets met with a wall of bullets. However, he's fine, he's bulletproof, but our characters had no choice but to leave him behind. Bob gets taken. Valentina learns that, this one person survived Project Sentry, and she goes and tries to convince Bob to be her Sentry, to be under her command. Our characters are out there, wandering the desert trying to escape. That's where Alexei shows up and picks them up. Bucky also hears from Mel that there is a secret facility out in the desert of Valentina's. God, why do I keep calling her Allegra? So Bucky goes over as well. Our characters being driven by Alexei. They get chased by a convoy, and then they get taken down by the Winter Soldier, and then the Winter Soldier takes them down as well. Bucky, it's kind of crazy that this is the first time a lot of these characters are on screen together. Well, not Bucky and John Walker. Those two have met before. So yeah, Bucky captured all these characters because he wants them to testify against Valentina. But then they also hear about Bob. Bob is just a meme in this movie. Bob. Yes, Bob. So Bucky decides to team up with them too. They go to, I forget where this is. I think it was New York. They go to New York to intervene Valentina at the Avengers Tower, which we now know was purchased by Valentina. It only took real life 10 years to figure out who purchased the Avengers Tower. Borderline 10 years. We learned in Spider-Man Homecoming in was it 2016? No, it was 2017, wasn't it? No, I think it was 2017. Yeah. Okay, so maybe not 10 years, but damn near close. We learned in Spider-Man Homecoming in 2017, someone purchased Avengers Tower. And now in 2025, 8 years later, we finally learned who purchased Avengers Tower. It was Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Took you long enough, Feige? So they go. I keep calling her Allegra. Valentina introduces the Sentry. I like that they even pointed this out. Did you dye your hair, Bob? Yeah, she said the blonde would go good. Would go good with the suit. I like that they actually addressed it, you know, why he's now blonde. It's because he dyed his hair. And then we get this pretty awesome sequence where our characters, the Thunderbolts, fight against the Sentry. It was a really well done sequence, I will add. We even get this, you know, admirable attempt from Bucky where he takes off his jacket as if he was really going to do shit. He takes off his jacket and just beats the Sentry, but absolutely not even phasing him. Well, they realize they are out of their league because Bob just soloed all of them. So they retreat. Hilariously, Bob, or Sentry, bent US Agent's shield. So instead of a frisbee, it's now more of a taco shell. I'm not too sure what his shield's made out of. I'm not sure if it is vibranium or not. Because if it is, then, well, the Sentry is strong enough to bend vibranium. I'm not too sure if his shield is vibranium, actually. So they retreat. Bob begins to doubt his allegiance to Valentina. Well, as Bob is attacking Valentina, he gets sedated by Mel. So they leave, just leaving him there, and then his dark side takes over. Bob's Void. So the Void takes over. I love the way they portrayed the Void. Just an absolute black silhouette with glowing white dots for eyes. I love it. It looked absolutely incredible. So they retreat, but then they realize Bob's darker half, the Void, is up there causing mayhem because he's just vanishing people. People from helicopters. So helicopters are crashing, and then our characters have to save the civilians on the ground. We also get this... Wait, before that, we also get this really heartwarming talk between Yelena and Alexei. You know, that famous discussion, that famous line where Yelena says how lonely she is. And you know what? We all know how bad my mental health is. A lot of things she says, I actually can relate, you know? The fact that I'm so lonely, I have no one. Well, I don't do the drinking part, but, you know, what she said was, I drink, I look at my phone, and then I go to work, and then I go home to no one. Well, that's basically me, only I just don't do the drinking part. And then I absolutely love how Alexei acts like a father to her. I love that despite the fact that these guys are not blood family, you know, Yelena is adopted. And the fact that it was all fake and set up, I love that these guys are still considering themselves as family. But yeah, as the helicopters crash and cause a whole lot of rubble to fall, our characters go out and save a bunch of people, but then the void starts vanishing everyone. Yelena, she voluntarily steps into the void. Our characters are actually rightfully, understandably debating, you know, she would not have done that without a reason. We have to go in as well. Bucky's just like, what if she's dead? What if you're dead too and you can't come back? Ultimately, they still decide to go in. Yelena goes in, she, she fights off her demons, she talks to Bob. Bob himself inside also talks and fights off his own demons. Well, they're able to talk Bob down. They save the day. The void retracts, recedes, and the day is saved. Allegra tries to get away like the snake that she is, but it turns out she actually lured her characters into a press conference where she announced to the world, I give you your new Avengers. And then the movie basically ends. It was actually a pretty good movie. Especially considering majority of the movies that Marvel has given us the past few years have been absolute crap. This movie was pretty good. It was slower paced and it was a lot less action packed, but I still liked it. I liked the chemistry that the characters had together. You know, the ending credits, we get a bunch of American portraits portrayed with our Thunderbolt characters. And then we actually have a post-credit scene 14 months later with this very, very over-the-top Avengers compound. 14 months later, you know, they're debating, are we the Avengers? Because Sam Wilson said that he was going to form a new team of Avengers, but the government said we are the Avengers, right? So who's really the Avengers? And I could not help but notice, even 14 months later, John Walker's shield is still bent like a taco. He never got a new shield, nor did he ever just simply ask Bob to bend it back. So the end credits, they detect a ship coming in towards Earth's atmosphere. They get a satellite image and a threat analysis. It turns out the ship is the Excelsior ship. Inside is the Fantastic Four. Well, actually, we don't see the inside. We see the outside with the 4 logo. And that ties directly not only into Fantastic Four First Steps, but it also ties into Avengers Doomsday. Is this tilted again? It's tilted again. When did that happen? And fun fact, if you guys didn't know, the post-credit scene taking place 14 months later was filmed on the set of Avengers Doomsday. Neat. So there you go, your breakdown of Thunderbolts. It was a very sloppy breakdown, but there you go nonetheless. I like this movie, and I like that Marvel movies are finally starting to connect again. Captain America Brave New World, as mid as that movie was, connected to Thunderbolts, and then Thunderbolts connected to Fantastic Four, and then all those movies will connect into Avengers Doomsday. I like that the movies are starting to connect again. And it's also laying out clearly a timeline of events. So we don't have to question, alright, this movie takes place before this movie, you know? It's a little harder to say for the Disney Plus series, but I'm just strictly talking about the movies. It would have been neat if the Disney Plus series had post-credit scenes that directly tied into the next movie coming out. I think that would have been neat. But Marvel decided to make everything stand alone, not connect as much. You don't need to do quote-unquote homework to understand what's going on. Nah, I liked that about the MCU. I liked the idea that you had to watch one thing to understand the other. Because it's a connected world, you know? It's like, no, I don't want to be able to not watch everything prior to know what's happening here. No, I want that. If I need to watch a dozen movies to understand the new one coming out, so be it. I want that to be the case. Because that's fun. But as long as the movies are good, you know? As long as they are good movies, then it's not a drag. It's not a chore to go over them, to watch them, to understand what's coming up next. If all the movies are trash, then yeah, nobody is interested. You know, I was more than happy to rewatch every single movie leading up to Infinity War and Endgame. Even the quote-unquote bad ones, like Thor the Dark World, and what was the other one that was bad? Or considered bad? Was it Ant-Man and the Wasp? No, there was another one that was considered bad. Regardless, yeah, I'm more than willing to rewatch those movies, all of them back to back. But the movies recently, they've all sucked. Well, not all of them, there's a couple of gems in there. But it should not have been that. That should not have been the case, you know? It should have been all bangers. With occasionally maybe one stinker. Maybe occasionally one Thor the Dark World. But instead, it was all the Thor Dark World, with occasionally a Deadpool and Wolverine and Spider-Man No Way Home. Occasionally we had gems in the turds, which should not have been the case. It should have been the opposite way around. But yeah, there you go. I'm sure there's a couple of Easter eggs I missed in Thunderbolts. But yeah, there you go. Thunderbolts. New Avengers. I will talk about Fantastic Four next time. But for right now, I don't have anything else to talk about. So I'm just going to shiny hunt and watch videos on the side. Hey, look, no shaman feedings here. Bro, I'm just watching on the side a bunch of Persona 5X content. Holy shit, there's so many characters in this game. I couldn't play that game anymore. I had to quit that game. It was just too much, and I just sucked too much to play the game. There are so many characters in this game. I just can't play that game anymore. I mean, it's pretty cool to see that they even have a couple of Persona 3 characters. Oh, Makoto Yuki's dead? Oh, the hell with it. Put him in the game. Yeah, that's the point of gacha games. Yeah, I can't play that game anymore. It's just too much. And I'm still at the beginning of the game, and I'm saying it's too much. Which really sucks, too. I want to play the game. I want to know the story and know the characters. But the gameplay just sucks. So now I'm resorting to watching the game online. Because I just can't watch... what? I just can't play the game myself. Bring back Door for dancing and gacha. I don't know, from what I see, it looks like maybe only Makoto, Yukari, and Akihiko are in the game. Who knows if they're gonna add the other characters. I mean, there's Persona 3 characters, there's no Persona 4 characters. At least not yet. If you ask me, that'd be awesome. Having absolutely every single playable character, except for 1 and 2. Having every single playable character from Persona 3, 4, 5, and 5X. Because from this little compilation of every single highlight and all-out attack showcase, yeah, I see that's the case. Every character. They even have some characters that they really insist on ignoring the existence of. Like, Kasumi's there, Akechi's there. I mean, hell, from what I see, the only character missing is, what was his name again? From Persona 5 Strikers? What the hell was that guy's name again? The new guy. What was his name again? Oh, shit. It seems like the only character missing is him. Zenkichi, that's right. Zenkichi Hasegawa, right. I completely forgot his name. Oh yeah, also Marie. Not Marie, what? Also Sophie. Ah yes, that's right, her as well. I forgot about her as well. So they're currently missing 2 characters. I don't know, I think it'd be cool if they all came back. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. It's gonna take me quite a while to watch all the content in this game, considering how many characters there are. Oh yeah, give me a second. I gotta see if there's any lights to turn off. Ugh. All right, I'm back. Ugh. Oops, sorry about that. I had to get up for a second. Nothing. Ooh, my cousin almost came in. Is this tilted again? How does this keep tilting? Well, this will be the last one, folks. Nothing. Oh, goodbye.